So just to give a little insight, we want to discuss the verses of Sri Gāndharvā-samprārthanāṣṭakam that are very dear to my Guru. Vrindavane viharatu hi keli kunje mata dupa prabhadakau tuka vipramena Sandashayasva yuvayo vadanarabinda Dvandvam videhi mai devi kripam prasiddha. Srila Rupa Goswami is saying, Vrindavane, it means in Vrindavan. What is this Vrindavan? It is the transcendental Dham. There are so many waves in the ocean of Siddhanta. Sometimes you may say that the Vrindavan is Dham Vrindavan, sometimes Sakhi Vrindavan, sometimes Swarup Vrindavan. Dham Vrindavan means this Vrindavan is the place of the pastimes of Radha and Krishna, and each place is Uddipana. That means it stimulates the remembrance of the pastimes that took place in that place. Griha Deha Twit Prabhav Dhamyan Ityamaraha. In the Amarkosh dictionary, it is said that the word Dham, it means home or abode, body, twit, effulgence, or Prabhav, influence. So the Dham is the twit, it is the effulgence of Radha and Krishna. It is the Prabhav, yes, the aura of Radha and Krishna. It is not like a geographical material location. It is Tad Rupa Vaibhava. It's the glory of the Swarups of Radha. So in Brahma Samhita it says, Chidanandam Jyoti Paramapi Daraswadhyam Apicha. Chidananda Jyoti. Jyoti means the light which emanates from the condensed Chid Ananda, Radha and Krishna. Chidanandam Jyoti. Tan Vrindavana Jagamahe Icha Sakhi Anup. Also in Brajvas, Tan Vrindavana Jagamahe means it is the sparkling, the glittering, emanating from the bodies of Radha and Krishna. This is Vrindavan. And this Vrindavan is also Sakhi Vrindavan, also a Sakhi, Vrinda Devi. Vrinda Devi is the manifesting Vrindavan and giving instructions. Twadagya Palava Pushpa Vringa Madhvaribi Madhava Keli Kunja Madhvaribi Bhanti Vibhushnamana Vrindenu Maste Charnaravindam. She tells the flowers when to bloom. She tells the bees when to sing, the birds when to sing. It is the whole of Vrindavan is a Sakhi, is a Sakhi of Radha and Krishna. Radhika is always trying to please Krishna. Krishna is pleasing Radhika. Sakhis are pleasing Radha and Krishna. And Vrindavan is pleasing Radha and Krishna and the Sakhis. Everyone serving, this is Vrindavan. Then there is a Swarup Vrindavan. That is that see Krishna due to intense prem. Stavra Jangama Dekina Dekitaramurti Savatra Hoini Ishtadeva Spurti. Everywhere in the forest, Krishna sees Radhika. So the Vrindavan becomes the Swarup of Radhika for Krishna to varying degrees. Radha Kund being the full manifestation of herself. And for Radhika, she sees Krishna everywhere in Vrindavan. And for the Sakhis and Manjaris, they see Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan. If you go to Kadamba Kandi, there you can see the beautiful Kadamba tree embracing the Tamal tree. The Sakhis will say, oh, it's Radha and Krishna. So those with prem, with pure hearts, they experience Vrindavan in all of these ways. You know, Rupa Goswami wrote in Chatupuspanjali, Navagorochana Gorim Pravarindi Varambaram Manistabaka Vidyoti Venivyalanganarapanam. Okay, class cancelled. Festival cancelled. Rupa Goswami, he wrote, Nava Gorochana Gorim. Radhika's complexion is like fresh golden pigment called Gorochana, which is only available from the hooves of the cows when it's touched by the rain during Swati Nakshatra. Navarin Divarambaram, and Radhika's bluish cloth is like a blue lotus flower. Manis Tabaka Vidyoti, Vaini Vyalanganapanam, and she has a long braid, and on the top of her braid there is like a bouquet, a cluster, like a cluster of flowers but made of jewels. And so, it's famous that the Nagas, the Naga beings, they're snakes and they wear jewels on their head. So the Vaini, that means the braid of Srimati Radhika, is like a snake with the jewels on the head because the cluster of jewels is there. Sanatana Goswami came to Srila Rupa Goswami Pad and said, what are you writing? Can I see? Yes, please. Look, you can correct it if I make some mistakes. Sanatana Goswami is the guru of Srila Rupa Goswami. He looked and said, why did you say that our Swamini's braid is like a snake? Snake is dangerous and full of poison, and our Swamini is full of nectar. I think that this metaphor is not appropriate. Rupa Goswami humbly said that if you can think of an appropriate metaphor, then please, you can tell me how I should change it. Oh, Srila Sanatana Goswami is very quick-witted. He has a supernatural presence of mind. He can compose poetry like this. But at that moment, for the first day of his life, his mind was blank. And he could not think of how to change this poem. So he said, let me think about it, I'll tell you later. So then, Srila Sanatana Goswami went away, and when he was doing parikrama of Giriraj Govardhan, he came to the bank of Radhakund. And there he saw a jeweler, like this, swing. There was a young girl sitting on the swing, and her friends were around her, they were laughing and they were pushing her and singing. But then he noticed that right behind the girl on the swing, there was a dangerous black snake. He ran there and said, oh, Lali, Lali, little girl, beware, beware, there's a snake.
Девочка, девочка, осторожно, змея за тобой.
And then that very moment, the whole scene disappeared. He realized that Yogamaya had given him the darshan of Radhika. And Srila Rupa Goswami was 100% right. That her Vaini, with the jewels on the top, was just like a snake. That illusion, that amazing appearance is experienced. So then when he came back to Srila Rupa Goswami Pad, Srila Rupa Goswami Pad said, so, how would you like to change the poem? Did you decide on something? Srila Sanatana Goswami Pad said, whatever you write is fine. Let it be. So this is the Vaisistha, the speciality. Every word written by Srila Rupa Goswami Pad is not the creation of a poet. It is his anubhav, his divine realization, which he is manifesting in this world for our benefit. My Gurudev used to say, oh, today everyone is making books. They're just producing books like making chapatis one after another. But what's their level of realization? The writing of Srila Rupa Goswami is not like that. It is our Prakrita Kavya, supernatural poetry. But the point we are making here, in addition to that point, is that the beauty of Radha and Krishna is such that it produces so many illusions. In the morning time, when Radha and Krishna are coming back from their secret meeting in the Kunj, before they separate to go to their homes, they're walking along. And they are still walking but still embracing each other as they walk because they're so attached. And when the peacocks in the forest of Vrindavan see Radha Krishna coming, then they spread their tails and begin to dance. And they call, Keka, Keka. Why? Because in the summertime it's very hot. And when the rainy season comes, then the sky is filled with fresh blue rain clouds. And then lightning begins to flash. And it looks so beautiful, and then the peacocks spread their tails and dance. When the peacocks see Radha and Krishna walking by, they see, oh, it's a fresh monsoon cloud with a flash of lightning. And they begin to dance. They have that illusion. And the Manjaris also have the same illusions. That's why Rupa Goswami wrote, Manistabaka vidyoti vaini vyalanganam panam, vaini vyalangana panam. Because his Rupa Manjari, Sanatana Goswami is Labanga Manjari, and the Manjaris also have the illusions. when they see the beauty of Radha and Krishna. Sometimes looks like a rain cloud illuminated by lightning, sometimes like a snake, sometimes like a golden creeper embracing a tamal tree. When Sri Krishna goes into the forest of Vrindavan, he said, Kochid bringi gitam kochid anila bhangi shishirata kochid valli lasyam kochid amalmali parimala kochid darashali karakapalapali rasabaro Rikanam brindam pramadayati brindavanamidam. He looks around. This Vrindavan is so wonderful. Kochid bringi gita. Somewhere bumblebees are flying in a swarm and they're singing. How are they singing? Sarigamapa in the fifth note. That means they're blowing the conch shell of Cupid to announce the festival of Madhurya Rasa. And somewhere a very gentle breeze suddenly comes and the breeze is dancing and giving the cooling feeling to the touch. And because the breeze is moving, so all the creepers in the forest are swaying. Kochit valli lasyam. There are different types of classical dance. So one type of classical dance which is very romantic is called lasya. So it's as if that the creepers are performing this very seductive classical dance. Kochitamalli parimala. And somewhere the jasmine flowers are blossoming and spreading their most attractive fragrance. Beautiful golden pomegranates are dripping delicious juice, rasadhara. Manu Mangal. This whole forest of Vrindavan is pleasing all of my senses, all five senses, by Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa Gandha, by sound, by touch, by the taste, by smell, and by form. So how's this first word of the poem, Vrindavane? This is Vrindavan, how Vrindavan is serving and pleasing Krishna. And actually, see, Krishna is seeing illusions everywhere. When Radha and Krishna meet, then all the manjaris are, they're so happy, like bumblebees, humming. Or the touch of the air is cooling, like the sighs of Srimati Radhika. Kochit valli lasyam. And all the creepers are dancing, as if Radhika is surrounded by her Sakhis and they're dancing. When the bumblebee comes to taste the nectar of the flower, he's trying, but he cannot because the creepers are moving like this and kind of brushing him away. So when Radhika arrives to meet with Krishna with her Sakhis, Krishna's like a bumblebee. He wants to taste the nectar of Radhika, but all the Sakhis are like the creepers moving. No. Karitdara-shari kartabhali prasabaro. And the golden pomegranates remind Krishna of Radhika also. He thinks that Radhika is coming to the forest. No, it's the pomegranates. And they are full of rasa. In this way, sometimes Krishna and their associates, they see the forest and think it's the Radha Krishna. And sometimes they see Radha Krishna and think it's the forest. In Brajabasi it says, Tan van kedo, van tan bayo, sovari varnana jai. The devotee thinks, did their bodies become the forest or did their forest become the bodies? I cannot describe it. So the Siddhanta is that the forest is the Param Jyoti. It is the light emanating from them. But the devotees in the Leela, they become confused. What is what? Vrindavane viharatu hiya keli kunje. Here in this Vrindavan, it means what? So Rupa Goswami is here. He's in Vrindavan. And he's saying, Vrindavane viharatu here. Here in this forest of Vrindavan, viharatu. These two young couple who are enjoying Viha, enjoying their loving pastimes, are here in this magical Vrindavan, in the Keli Kunj, a very secluded secret meeting place. Matta Dvipa Prabhara Kautuka Vipramena. Matta Dvipa. Matta Dvipa means elephant. And Matta means mad or intoxicated. Radha and Krishna are playing like two intoxicated elephants. What does that mean? They are Matta intoxicated. That means they have a mudder, the Sancharbhav mudder, It is a type of intoxication where you stumble, you cannot walk properly even. You have to take some support because you're so intoxicated with joy. The example of the elephant is given, especially in poetry, to illustrate the swachandata. That means independence. In Vedic culture, people don't behave in a whimsical way. They behave according to what is the proper maryada. But if a mad elephant comes to your village, he can do anything and no one can stop him. So the mad elephant is the symbol of swachandata, that is just completely free to do anything. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Ramananda Rai describes to Mahaprabhu from Rupa Goswami's Gita Govinda, Vishvesham Anuranjanena Janayam Anandam Indivara Sreni Shamala Komala Upanayam Anga Anangutsavam Swatchandam Brajasundarive Avita Pratyanga Alingita Shingara Sakimurtimam Ivamado Mugdo Hari Kridati. Oh, in the spring season, then Krishna is a Sringara Rasa Murtimam. He is the very embodiment of Sringara Rasa, the romantic mood. Sreni Shamala Komala, by his very dark and glossy and soft limbs, like Radha. He is giving great joy to the Braja Gopis, making Ananga Utsav, a festival of Cupid. Atayeva Sesu Krishna Sukha Poshe Ehetu Gopi Preme Nahi Kama Doshe. See, Krishna gives happiness to Braja Gopis, but the happiness that the Gopis experience, that is not for themselves. They experience happiness for Krishna, to nourish Krishna's happiness, and therefore there's no kama dosh, there's no defect of lust in the enjoyment of Braj Gopis. Their enjoyment is to nourish Krishna's enjoyment, not for themselves. So when the hero and heroine meet, the hero is called Nayak, and the heroine is called Nayika. So Nayak means one who leads, and the Nayika follows what the Nayak is inspiring. But here, Swachchandam Brajasundari, Gopis have become Swachchanda, free and independent. That means, sometimes they become the leader in the pastimes. So, this is why it says Matta Dvipa. Dvipa means elephant, but why is elephant called Dvipa? Because Dvi means twice, and Pa means one who drinks. So an elephant is called Dvipa because he always drinks twice the same water. First he sucks the water up his trunk, and then from his trunk he sprays it into his mouth. So the elephant is called Dvipa, he drinks twice. So Radha Krishna Matta Dvipa, completely independent and drinking twice. Sometimes Krishna is the hero and Radhika is the heroine, and sometimes they become confused and Krishna thinks I am the heroine and Radhika is the hero. And so they relish their loving pastimes as Krishna, and sometimes Krishna as Radha and Radha as Krishna. Like this is Mata Dvipa. So Rupa Goswami in Utkali Cavalry, he says, Chuta Shikandam Kinchitutsram Samanam Vilutadamala Pushpa Shreni Unvachachudam. It means, oh Radhika, when will that day come? When you're playing with Sri Krishna in the Nikunj and understanding your mood from your glance. Krishna's hair is tied up in a top knot. Coward boys tie their hair. I will undo Krishna's top knot and take away his peacock feather and give his peacock feather to you and make his hair in a braid. To make Krishna's hair in a veni. That means a braid. Gopis have different hairstyles. One is a braid. Sometimes they have a damila. That's when they make the braids but they wrap them around the head. Sometimes they have tresses hanging down, that's called kuntala. And sometimes their hair is just in a bunch and made into a ponytail. That's called the kabari. We were singing Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's song yesterday. Kabari hai prana. That Krishna's pran is tied in the ponytail of Radhika. So, Matta Dvipa Pavara Kautuka Vibramena. Pravara means the best, most excellent. Kautuka Vibramena. Vibrama means they are vibram, bewildered, completely bewildered. So, with what? Kautuk. Kautuk, they are kautuki. That means full of curiosity. Why curiosity? You become curious when you're going into some new territory where you have never been before. Curiosity means you don't know what is happening or what will come next. So it's the nature of anurag. Sadanu bhutam apiyaha kuryan nava navam priyam. Rago bhavan nava navaha sonuraga itiryate. When love comes to the state of anurag, then the object of love seems newer and newer at every moment, and the love one feels also is newer and newer at every moment. Vrindadevi said, Yada yada pasyasi madhavam puras tada tadaivasya vadas apurvatam navahasada shapkim ayam tava tava ragunmade visvarata kimakshini. Oh Radhika, every time you see Krishna, you say, oh, I have never seen him before. Or I have seen him before, but I have never seen him so beautiful before. So Radhika, I have this question. Navahasada shapkim ayam tava tava. Is it that Krishna, his beauty has become new? Or is it that Ragunmade Akshini Vishmartaki Makshini, that out of the intense madness of love, your eyes have forgotten what he looked like last time?
Мне уже любопытно.
So are you seeing him new because he's actually new? Or is it that in the madness of love, your eyes forgot what he looked like before? So you think that he's new. What is it? So this is this experience that always Krishna is new to Radhika and Radhika is new to Krishna at each moment causes the curiosity, always learning something new. The general theologians, they say, God is Sarvagya, omniscient. But our Krishna, though he is omniscient, it's a fact, ontologically speaking, but from the point of view of Rasa Tattva, we forget that.
Да.
Krishna is Mugdha. He is not omniscient. He does not know what will happen. He does not even know how beautiful Radharani will look in the next moment. So he is learning more and more. So Matta Deepa Pravakautaka Vibramena, this enjoying couple are completely independent, like two elephants. They are completely bewildered and at every moment experiencing each other's meeting as newer and newer. This is why Krishna's Kaviraj has said, Krishna himself admitted, Radhikara prema guru amesa sanat amasadanana nritye nacha udbhat. Or Radhika's prema is my guru. Well, guru means always teaching you what is beyond your present experience. And you bow down there and become a servant. And become empowered with new realization. In Braj Bhasa, it is said that Hit pande dampati chata Vrindavana chatasa Surit Sakhis Abasukaliye Vidya Vishara Viha. Vrindavan is a college. And the professor is Prem. And there are two students studying under that professor, Radha and Krishna. And all the Sakhis, they take great pleasure in watching these students learning. Vidya Vishara Viha. And what is the curriculum? Vihara, Vrindavane Viharator, the amorous pastimes, that is the curriculum. So Vishnu Thakur says, Tarunya Bhatta Kuruta Samadita Kama Nyayadi Shastro Chayasa Satirtayapi Chitram Natam Nijajayaya Tayoda Girnan Nayai Kohi Gurunapi Vivada Itschat. It means that there is a professor. His name is Tarunya Bhatta. And there were two students of Tarunya Bhatta. That means Radha and Krishna. So these two students were very eager to study all the Shastras under the guidance of Tarunya Bhatta. What students? What Shastras did they want to study? Tarunya Bhatta Guruta Samadita Kama Nyayadi Shastra. All the scriptures such as Nyaya, logic, and also Kam Shastra. The scriptures of love. Sasatir Tayapi. And even though these two students were studying in the same class, they were quarreling with each other. You see, in the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, each school, the students, they set off like a gang and they go to the students of another school and they debate them. And they quarrel with the others because they're trying to uplift the prestige of their school over the other schools. But amazing thing is that in this school, these two students of Tarunya Bhatta who were studying Kam Shastra and Nyaya, they're quarreling with each other. Chitram natam nijayaya Tayodagina. But it's not surprising that they're trying to defeat each other. Why? Nyayayiko hi gurunapi vivadanischet. It's the nature of those students who studied Nyay, logic, that what to speak of quarreling with each other, they even quarrel with their own teacher. In Bhakti, you learn from it. But if you are studying logic, you are encouraged. You have to quarrel with your own teacher. So this is very beautiful. Who is Tarunya Bhakta? Tarunya means, when you are a child, there is Balya, the baby lila. Then there is the Pauganda lila. And then when adolescence comes, then Krishna and Radhika become Tarun and Taruni. Tarun, Krishna and Taruni. Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite. So the Tarunya means the adolescence. So Tarunya Bhakta is the professor of their own adolescence. Now they've come to the Kishore, the teenage age. Their own Prem is their teacher in all of these subjects, and they argue with each other. So that Tarunya Bhakta means Cupid. They argue with each other, and they even argue with Cupid. That means that they can even, the beauty of the pastimes of Radha Krishna can even defeat Cupid. Radha sange yada bhati tada madana mohana. When Krishna is in the company of Radhika, then he's Madan Mohan, he can defeat Cupid. So Vrindavane viharatuya keli kunjay mattha-dvipa pravarkautuka vipramena sandarshayashva. Sandarshayashva means give me. Sandarshayashva. Give to me your complete darshan. Why? Because Dandam videhi mai devi kripam prasida. I want to see, oh Radhika, I want to see your two lotus faces at that time. So be pleased with me and mercifully give me your darshan. It means I have no power of my own. Only when the heart becomes a nirmal, pure, then the Chit Vilas will do the avatirna, it will descend into the pure heart. Suryatsanatana Chita Vihara Davata Jayo Jayo Sundara Nanda Kumar. Srila Rupa Goswami says, Chitta Vihara Avatar. Your pastimes descend and play in the heart of Sanatana Goswami. So here, Rupa Goswami is praying, please reveal your beautiful lotus faces at that time when you're playing together in the conches of Vrindavan. To me, by your causeless mercy. How is that darshan? Pranayamayamayasya kunjarandra pitakshi chitilanulabdananda murcham patanti pratirata vedadhano chastitais chitrachitre smaranibratani kunje Radhika Krishna Chandro. Rupa Goswami said that when the maidservants of Radha Krishna, they approach for the sandarshan, for the darshan of Radha Krishna in the kunj, and they place their eyes on the Jalarandra, the beautiful lattice windows, and they look inside. Then what they see, the pastimes of Radha Krishna are so beautiful that they faint in ecstasy. And they fall to the ground unconscious. This is Sandarshayesh. And the beauty of Radha Krishna is so intense, it's imprinted upon their consciousness. So when they faint, their eyes are still open. And because the impression is in their consciousness, they're lying on the ground and looking up and still seeing the beauty of Radha Krishna. Everything becomes backwards in Braj. Not seeing becomes seeing. So Rupa Goswami was praying in this way, and he had the beautiful darshan of Radha and Krishna. And then, the next moment, that darshan disappeared. Separation can only be experienced by one who has experienced meeting. Na bina vipalambena sambhog pushtimashnute. The purpose of separation is to nourish meeting. So because Rupa Goswami in the form of Rupa Manjari was there watching the beautiful pastimes of Radha and Krishna when his spurti broke and they disappeared, now the separation is so intense. Any person in this world, they cannot imagine, they cannot describe it. It is as if he is in a blazing fire. And he calls, Ha Devika Kubaragad Kadeya Chavacha Yache Nipatya Bhuvidandavadudbhatati Asya Prasadam Abudasya Janasya Kritva Gandharvike Nijakane Gananam Videhi. Ha Devi, oh Radhika, Devi means Devi Kohe Jotamana Parama Sundari Kimva Krishna Puja Krida Basati Nagari. Devi means the one who is effulgent, the one who is supremely beautiful, and the one who is the playing place and the place of worship of Krishna. Ha means alas, with great khed, great regret, remorse, and with desperation. We will not benefit very much by reciting these prayers to Radha and Krishna and thinking, I am reciting these prayers. Because the feeling in the prayer is not with us. We should remember Rupa Goswami, who has just lost the vision of Radha and Krishna, is rolling on the ground in excruciating pain. Ha Devika Kubaragad Gadeyadhyavach. This is what it means to be in Anugatya. Not independently approaching. In Anugatya, following our Rupanuga Gauriya Guru. My voice is choked and I am speaking words of great pain. Yache, I am begging you. Napatya Bhuvidandavad. And I am falling on the ground like a stick. Udbhatati, with extreme pain in my heart. Asya prasadam abudasya. I am abuddha. Completely foolish. I have no buddhi, no intelligence. But prasadam kritva, give your mercy to this person. Oh Gandharvike. Gandharvika means Radhika, who as a Gandharva is expert in singing, dancing and playing musical instruments. So Radhika is the epitome, the pinnacle of all the arts of singing, dancing and playing musical instruments. That Gandharvika, oh Radhika, please accept me. Gananam Videhi, count me. Nijagane, among your group. That means, oh Radhika, you have a list of your maidservants. Please take a pen and write my name on the bottom of the list. So by this verse, the devotees are praying for Radha Dasyam to be the maidservant of Radhika, but the lowest one, the last one. So this is a very, in fact, my Gurudev, he used to say this verse very often, actually in his Mangala channel before class. So this verse is very important for the Rupanuga Vaishnavas. It is prayer to become the Dasya of Radhika. Even to become the last one on the list is actually the highest achievement that anyone can ever attain. Sri Radha Pada Pada Machavi Madhurataya Prematsis Jyotire Kambude Udbhuta Pena Stavakamaitanu Sarva Vaidagya Purna Kaishora Vyandisastad Ganaruga Pakana Shitrumatkara Bhajo Divyalankara Basta Anusarasaki Radhika Kinkarista. Srila Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur said that from the lotus feet of Radhika emanates the aura of love for Krishna. And that light of love condenses and becomes an ocean. And that ocean is never still, always roaring with high waves, crashing here and there. And when the waves in that ocean of praying, emanating from the feet of Radhika, crash down, then the foam is thrown into the air. That is called Pena Stavaka. Stavaka means a cluster of bubbles. Pena Stavaka, the foam. So, Pena Stavaka Mayatanu. The bodies of the manjaris are made of a cluster of foam coming from the waves in the ocean of love emanating from the feet of Radhika. This is the Manjari Swarup. Sarva Vaidagya Purna. And each one of those maidservants is Vaidagya Purna, filled with all arts, all artistry, all diplomacy, all cunning. They are so chatur, clever. Kaishora Vyanditastad Ganaruga Panana. They have golden complexions and they are decorated in astonishing cloths and ornaments which are the remnants of Radhika, that Radhika, being pleased with their service, has given. Oh, you can take my necklace, take my cloth. So they're decorated in Radhika's prasadi cloth and ornaments. Oh Radhika, accept me that I'll become one of those beautiful maidservants made from the foam in the ocean of your love. So those dasis of Radhika, they love Krishna, but their love for Krishna has become subordinate to their love for Radhika. Some persons whose hearts are dry like a desert, they'll tell, oh, the Manjaris, they love only Radhika. No. Of course, they love Krishna. Their love for Krishna is the foundation of everything. It's Taiva. But by good association, there comes a time in their life, they love Krishna from their childhood, but as they're growing up, by good association, something happens. And they develop intense friendship with Radhika, which eclipses their love for Krishna. And now Krishna's love for Krishna nourishes their love for Radhika, and that becomes prominent. So that moment when one young gopi, who is intensely in love with Krishna by good association, that love becomes subordinated to the friendship of Radhika. Come with me now and witness it. One beautiful young gopi was born in Varsana. Everyone in Braj is naturally in love with Krishna, according to their mood and relationship. One day, Mani Manjari and her other Manjari friends, they all came and they surrounded that young girl. Mani Manjari said, Vayamidamanu bhuya shikshamaha kuru chatare saharadayeva sakyam priya sahasachari yatra badamanta bhavita hari pranaya pramoda lakshmi. Vayamidamanu bhuya shikshamaha. She said, we are giving you shiksha. That Mani Manjari came in this world as the Srinivasacharya. Okay. So Mani Manjari is telling, Vayamedamanu bhuya shikshamaha. We are now going to give you some shiksha. Vayam means we. Idam anubhuya. We are giving this shiksha that we are giving to you, anubhuya. We have realized it ourselves. It's not theoretical. This is our realization. When she says Vayamedam, we are giving you this shiksha, it indicates that Sajatiya mood, that we are accepting you into our group of friends, and you become one of us now. And that Vayamedamanu shikshamana, now we are giving you shiksha, not only means now we are inviting you into our group, but because we're giving shiksha, shiksha is confidential, you cannot just give shiksha to anyone. It means that we have a vishvash atishay, extreme trust in you. Shiksha cannot be given to someone unless there's a relationship of trust. Kuru chatare saharadayeva sakyam. Chatare means, chatur means cunning, cleverness. So chatare, oh, very clever, cunning girl. Kuru saharadayeva sakyam. Make your friendship with Radhika. This is the most important thing to do. Why? Priya sahachari yatra bhadamanta bhavati hari pranaya pramoda lakshmi. There is Lakshmi, that means a sampati, a great treasure. What is that great treasure? Hari pranay. Hari pranay, that is the intimate friendship and love with Krishna. So Hari pranaya and pramod means joy. So Hari pranaya pramoda lakshmi means Krishna premananda sampati, the great treasure of the joy of Krishna's love for you. Hari pranaya pramoda lakshmi means see Krishna premananda sampati. So here Krishna prem means see Krishna katrikam sakyam, Krishna's friendship to you. So that intimate loving friendship of Krishna for you, priya sahachari yatra bhadav anta bhavati, is included in your friendship for Radhika. Anta bhavita means it's included, and we have all realized it. And today we are giving you shiksha, you can be in our group. Because you love Krishna and you want Krishna to love you so much. So we are telling you the secret how Krishna will love you so much. Be Radhika's Sakhi. And that love for Krishna that you want, and much more than you can imagine, it will be included in that friendship with Radhika. Because when Krishna is burning in separation and he wants to meet with her, but she refuses to meet with him, then Krishna will have no other recourse, he will have no other shelter, he will have to come begging to you. Yat kinkurishu bahusha kaluka kavani nityam parasya purushasya shikanda mule tasya kadara sanide vrishabhanas jayas tatkeli kunjamad bhavanangana majanisya. Krishna with tears in his eyes will be begging for your mercy. So Gāndharvike nijagane gananam vide. When will that day come when by your mercy I will be accepted into your Gan? Srila Rupa Goswami Pada ki jai, Hare Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai, Hare Saniwali ki jai, Jai Jai Sri Radhe. Gaur Premanande.